Hello, goats. How are you? Welcome to Championship Saturday. We are live at the end of the Cincinnati Bengals and Denver Broncos. It is 17-24. The Bengals just pulled ahead at the end of the at the very end of the fourth quarter. Unfortunate play with Chase Brown at the end of the fourth quarter, trying to sit down. Zach Morse got it in. Nevertheless, coach, we are here for you. Yeah, we'll take you post game, answer any of your start set questions for the LA Rams, and of course the rest of the games tomorrow. Yeah. So you know, while we're here, we might as well tell you guys about the injuries, the players that have already been ruled out. That would include Tony Pollard tomorrow. So Tajay Spears is a big go. Big start for Tajay Spears tomorrow, and for any of you that have him. Who else has been ruled out? Chuba Hubbard. Whew, that's brutal. Brutal. Many managers have enjoyed the success that has come with Chuba Hubbard. Is now, unfortunately, you're going to be without his services. So that would be that's another tough. That's a tough blow. There's some other ones. Trying to think off the top of my head. Well, Tua is downgraded from questionable to doubtful. Speaking of quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson. We had gotten several questions yesterday to start Joe Flacco, and it was like news coming into us for the Week 17 lineup advice show that was yesterday on Friday. Yeah, so now it has come to fruition why those goats were asking about Joe Flacco because he is going to start. I'm not totally sold starting Joe Flacco even in a good matchup with against the Giants. I'm not completely sold on that. It would really depend on what the other options would be. If you were an Anthony Richardson starter, like he was starting for you these last several weeks, I don't know if you would just insert Joe Flacco. Although it's a good matchup, but I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I would have to see Joe Flacco versus the other option. So yeah, that's a big one. The Tua, that's he's not officially ruled out yet, but it's looking that way. It's certainly looking that way. And I think that's about it in terms of the big ones. You've got your Malik Neighbors in the same game. He's still questionable. Um, we could go here to injuries right now. So this game is just about winding down. 4th and 1. Bo Nix is scrambling to his right. He's throwing to the end zone. Oh my lord. Why don't we just go back to that? Holy smokes. Wow. You are here, Mad Max Corleone. Did you just see that? The Marvin Mims again. Holy shit. this, this dude, this guy Marvin Mims is non-existent all year until the fantasy playoffs. Week 16, week 17. What? How's this view, Mad Max? I'm not totally in love with this, Max. Like this is like I kind of feel like this is the best we could do here, but I'd have to do some more investigating because this is like makeshift nonsense. See, here's the dilemma though. Oh, I may be ahead of people too. I gotta anticipate that. See, this here's the thing, right? Even if that, let's say that was Cortland Sutton, which it would have been Cortland Sutton's second touchdown. Look at we knew the Bengals secondary. We knew that the Broncos were going to be able to pass on them. It sure enough came down to the final second, though. You've got to. That's just a spectacular play. That's just a spectacular play. Let's see what they rule. Let's see what they rule here. If you see me looking up, it's because I've actually got my television here. This is like after. Wow. Wow. Well, we probably got some overtime football. Well, Goats, it doesn't get any better than that. And let me put it to you this way. Regardless, if this game, if the fifth quarter of action were to take pretty much, let's say the entire period, the Rams and the Cardinals, that game is still going to go off as scheduled. Like they're not going to sit around and wait for this game to end. That I know. That I could count on. Mad Max Corleone playing for the ship. Big championship weekend, folks. We are here for you for any of your last call. Start sits. This is it, baby. You're gonna need Joe Burrow to cook, huh? Yeah, well, you're getting free football, baby. Free football. You get more time for Jamar Chase managers. That's right. It was kind of like a disappointing game for Jamar Chase owners. Yeah, that's kind of like we kind of like suspected that. Although like Patrick Surtain didn't like exactly lock him down. They just T Higgins was the dude that was open on several, especially in the red zone, the end zone, where it counts the most. Nevertheless, I believe Jamar Chase is probably hovering around 15, 17 PPR at this time. It's still, look, you'll take it. We'll take it. I do have Jamar in a best ball tournament still going. That'll go through week 18. So that, yeah, I mean, like there's not much I could do about that though, right? It's just that's best ball for you. Yeah, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. So you don't have Chase Brown, probably. That's unfortunate. Nevertheless, Goats, we are here for you. We will take you right up to the Rams game. If we have several questions pertaining to that Rams game, week 17 on Sunday, we'll answer them for you. We've already gone over some injuries. Tua is most likely going to be ruled out. Anthony Richardson is ruled out. Tony Pollard is ruled out. So much for the bonuses. Maybe in week 18. And Chuba Hubbard, that's the big one. To me, that's the real big one because I mean the fantasy managers that have had Chuba Hubbard consistently throughout the entire season is losing good production right there. Chuba Hubbard had to have been an RB1, I would say, greater than 3/4 of this season. He was in the RB1 category, whether it was RB1, RB10. Yeah, man, that's a tough blow if you're the Chuba Hubbard man. What's up, Tyler Goat? We're gonna go with Matt Stafford here. There's no reason to play Bryce Young in a favorable matchup, but Matt Stafford's got a favorable matchup also. The Rams still need to win this game. Bryce Young is still, for lack of a better word, learning the position. He's learning the position in his second year, which is understandable. That's okay. It's nice to see him playing at this level. Let's go with Matt Stafford. Tyler Goat. Very happy that you're still here, man. You're ready to bring home the ship. I want you to let us know how it went for you at the conclusion of tomorrow's games, or if you've got players on Monday night. If you've got players on Monday night, then we'll see you. We'll see you on Tuesday, and you could hoist the trophy for us then. All right, well, goats. Yeah, it looks like we're getting free football. Hell yes. Who doesn't want free football? We will take it. We will take it. It means more scoring for Joe Shiesty. Means more scoring for Jamar Chase. Hell, if you're a T Higgins wide receiver 2 type of guy, which I am on a third place team, free football. The unfortunate person that it's not free football for is Chase Brown, who went to go sit down at the goal line, which was probably the right move. Although, that was probably the right move. Nevertheless, hurt himself trying to sit down. Yeah, that stinks. That stinks. AJ Brown or John Connor, and I call him John, like the Terminator. Shit. AJ Brown, although he's playing with Kenny Pickett as the quarterback, I'm not very high. I'm not sold that James Conner is fully healthy. I'm not. He's playing in the game, so obviously he must be healthy enough, let alone even with Kenny Pickett last week, Jose, AJ Brown, it seemed as though that was like Kenny Pickett's like go-to locked in quarterback. Another week of full practice with him. Kenny Pickett may surprise us. I think I would go with AJ Brown here against the Cowboys. I'm not sold on James Conner at all. He's going to play, but I don't know how much he's going to play. I want to wish you the best of luck, Jose. If you're here, you're playing for their chip, the ship trophy, whatever you guys want to call it. In some circles, it's the ship. I'm fine with that. Traditionally, you're playing for the chip. I'm fine with that as long as you win. A lot of people may also be playing for third place. If you're in several leagues like I am, I've got three third place games going. Some are for money, some are for not. That's okay. I'm in one championship with Chase Brown, as a matter of fact. But the damage is done. The scoring has already taken place. We'll take it. I'm projected to win. I'm projected to win that league, and it'll be a good ribbon. Let's call it that, because it is a charity league, so it'll be a good ribbon. I'm pleased with that. All right, with 10-yard pass from Joe Burrow to Mike Gesicki, the tight end Mike Gesicki, another lost, forgotten, spike type of deal early in the season, disappeared. Now he's back again when it doesn't really matter. Doesn't help anybody. No one's starting Mike Gesicki this week. So, well, I'll finish my sentence after I finish Jose's question. I need one flex. It's James Conner, AJ Brown, Brees Hall, Garendo, or Jalen McMillan. So if we're gonna take AJ Brown, right, for the wide receiver spot, right? Like let me see if I'm getting this correctly. AJ Brown or Connor is your first question. Now it's one for the flex. Connor, AJ Brown, Brees Hall, Isaac Garendo, or McMillan. Isaac Garendo is a good matchup for the flex. Again, I'm gonna go with AJ Brown first, Brees Hall, Isaac Garendo, then Jalen McMillan. that's how I'm gonna rank it for you. So you have Evans and Puka. So then I like having I like having another running back in the flex position at that point. I would go with Isaac Orendo or Brees Hall. Isaac Orendo or Brees Hall. If you've already got Mike Evans starting, you've got Puka going in a little bit. If you want to start the three wide receivers, I'm not mad at that. Typically, I would want a running back that sees lots of volume, high volume running back for the flex. I think that's the play. That's the move. One could argue that Isaac Orenda may see more volume than Brees Hall. I'm not sure about the pass catching ability from Isaac Orendo. That's the only part that would make me hesitant for Isaac Orendo, and one of the reasons to start Brees Hall, because we know he's got the pass catching ability, get you some receptions, get you some points that way. And AJ Brown, again, we think that he's going to be Kenny Pickett's go-to guy, but let's go back to our original train of thought here. It's Kenny Pickett. It's Kenny Pickett. It's that Kenny Pickett could wind up ruining people tomorrow. You're very welcome, Goat. Wish you the best of luck. Let us know how you did. Tomorrow night we'll be on 7:30, full week 17 recap, and we'll pick up kind of sort of like the bridge week 18 content that will lead us into the post 2024 fantasy football season. So yeah, please join us. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the stream. That, from what I'm told, helps. From what I'm told, I suppose I listen to what I'm told. Um, yeah, very welcome. Max Corleone has been with us. I'll tell you that. We at the very least will provide some entertainment and some solid advice along the way. I don't know. I've been playing this game for a while. I would like to think I've seen it all. So same thing for Commissioner Rhino. By the way, Commissioner Rhino, who is not with us this evening. Why, you ask? He's busy like setting all of his championship lineups up. He's got that many championship lineups that the commissioner himself, Rhino, dear friend, partner, he's got all these championship lineups. I think what we're going to do, and I haven't even told him this yet, what we're going to do is each season, each year, whoever has more championships gets this Saturday Eve off. So this year, I'm pretty positive that he's got several championship teams going. I only have one championship team going. Therefore, we give him the night off. He'll be back tomorrow. Nevertheless, fifth quarter, OT, 5 minutes to go, 3rd and 6. Bo Callahan is in the shotgun, airing it out. Who's that, Little Jordan? I don't know. I'm not sure which receiver that was. I don't know. Shadow Wicked. Wicked Goat. What a wicked goat, man. You're very welcome in advance. Thank you for being here, Shadow Goat. You know, we're high on Jerome Ford here. We are. At the very least, we know he's going to be on the field for the Browns. We know he's going to be on the field where we know Rachaad White has got a good matchup, but we know Rachaad White is also sharing the backfield. Jerome Ford's really not sharing that backfield. Neither is Rico Dowdle, but Rico Dowdle has tapered off last few weeks. We saw Zeke Elliott vulture a touchdown away from him. You know, I kind of feel like we've recalibrated the Rico Dowdle market, the Rico Dowdle season for 2024. He's definitely he exceeded our expectations for a good stretch. But now it's time to, yep, months from now, when we take a look at the final numbers and the 2024 year for Rico Dowdle, they'll be like, "Yep, that's what we got more than what we expected." I don't think Rico's going to provide you with that much more. We're going to go with Jerome Ford here. I would start Jerome Ford here. Oh, Rashad White would be option B. That's the second play for sure. You're very welcome, Wicked. We could go. Let us know how you did. You could join us tomorrow night, 7:30, for the Week 17 reaction. Or, or of course, just hit that notification bell if you don't mind those types of things, and we'll be back on next week. Kind of like, I guess, an award show of sorts, one of those type of deals. We're getting free football for the Bengals. Free football for Jamar Chase. More Chase is what we want. We don't want to see more Mike Gesicki. We want to see more Jamar Chase. We'll even take a little bit more of T. Higgins. Chase is at a 103. It took 5 quarters. Look, we knew that this was going to be a tough matchup for Jamar Chase. Called it yesterday on the lineup show. It was going to be a tough matchup for Jamar Chase. Now, that's not to say that Patrick Surtain shadowed him 100% of the way, because he didn't. The Denver Broncos still got away from some of that coverage. When it came to zone, I saw Surtain shadow Chase on several plays or several times at the line of scrimmage. When Chase would move, Surtain moved. That's why they call it the shadow. But there were several plays where Surtain was nowhere near him. But yet, nevertheless, whatever they did to contain Chase, it worked. It took 4.5 quarters right now for him to break 100. He does not have any touchdowns. Nevertheless, the amount of catches that he has, the yards that he has, he'll come in at the highest of wide receiver 2s, maybe at the low end wide receiver 1 championship week. And look, we'll take it. We'll take it. Best wide receiver in the game. We'll take it. The real blow here, Goats. I guess it's kind of like it's like a bittersweet type of deal, because Chase Brown has done magnificently this season, but he's now hurt. He's hurt at the end of the fourth quarter. Doesn't really make a difference to any of us that have him as managers, because this is the final week of the season for most. But if you happen to be in a league that's playing your championship next week and you have Chase Brown, you're probably making other arrangements, unless the injury wasn't that serious. It looked bad, but hey, let's cross our fingers that it's not. Let's cross our fingers that it's not that bad. Well, I mean, this game should be concluded by the time that the Rams and the Cardinals do kick off. They have an 8:05 Eastern call time. That would be 4:05 for all you West Coast cats. Like the Commissioner Rhino, who's the West Coast cat. And look, I can leave the NFL.com up. We could watch it like this. I don't know what kind of copyright / infringement / rules I may or may not be breaking having this screen up. I don't know. What are they going to do? Are they going to find me? I don't know. Will they? I don't know. Well, probably just keep my mouth shut at this point. Yep, 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 yep. Lining up, 33-yard attempt. Finish them. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. They missed. They shanked the field goal. The Bengals. That's brutal. That was a chip shot, and they shanked it. And what kind of monkey wrench would it be if this game ended tied? What kind of monkey wrench would that be? They've got to be giving us those scenarios right now. Right now, what kind of monkey wrench? If this game ended in a tie, holy smokes! Hell yeah! That's like a gift. It's a gift, is what that is. No, I mean, like for years, it's been the narrative has been, the shared backfield, the running backs working in tandem with one another. There's no more bell cow, and now we're beginning to see that shift again back to, bell cow, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown. Knock on wood that he's going to be okay. Yeah, no one wants to see a Tajay Spears, Tony Pollard situation. Either we want to see a Tajay Spears situation fully, or, if Tony Pollard was healthy, the Tony Pollard managers, fantasy football purposes, we want to see Tony Pollard get full volume. So yeah, no, we want Tajay Spears. This is a golden opportunity for this dude. Golden opportunity. Yeah, look, no one ever said that. Luck was a bad thing here. Sometimes you need some of that type of fantasy luck to go your way. Now you get yourself a nice starting running back. Playing Jacksonville doesn't get any better. I'd be licking my chops. If it was my roster, and I've had Tajay Spears on the bench, or I just picked him up this week because someone else dropped him. Hell, I'd be licking my chops. It's like JK, by the way. Great game. Came back. Somebody had dropped J.K. Dobbins at some point while he was on IR. I'm playing in a championship game this week. I claimed J.K. Dobbins. The other dude didn't have any. The dude didn't have. I forgot. This is by priority. This isn't even fab. I picked up J.K. Dobbins and started him, actually. Deep league. We had to start 2 flexes in this league and 3 wide receivers. I had no problem starting J.K. Dobbins in a second flex. We'll take it. Definitely take it. Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta be, Shadows. That's how you play. That's how you win. You play, it's such an important element to the game. The draft is just is a small part of it. Not no, I shouldn't say small. The draft, I guess, sets the table. And waiver wire each week, trades throughout the season. Those are like the courses. Those are the dishes throughout the meal. You gotta play the waiver wire. That's where you find the gems, without question. Without question, goat. I can't believe what's happening in this game. I mean, I can believe it, but Wow. They're going to actually have another opportunity after missing that field goal. Joe Shiesty and Yoshivas. Yoshivas, folks. Everyone was so. Speaking of waiver wire, I mean, like, look how many people like go all over Yoshivas. Like, so it's a perfect example. Dudes, some dudes that you're gonna pick up, right? They're gonna hit for you for a week or two. They're not there to be staples in your lineup the rest of the way. Those are a dime a dozen. It's a matter of picking them up at the right time, playing them at the right time, letting them go at the right time. That's it. Let me ask you: if you had Marvin Mims, would you have started him? See, it's one of those cases. It's a little bit more unpredictable when it comes to the wide receiver. The running back, that's the more predictable player position. Marvin Mims, you could have had him on your. I don't think there wouldn't have been a soul out there in the fantasy football universe that would have said, "Yeah, I feel good about Marvin Mims." Nevertheless, look what happens. That's just again that's the unpredictability of the position. There's too many of them out there. You've got too many of them. You got Cortland Sutton. You've got Troy Franklin. You know that could have easily been Troy Franklin. That could have easily have been little Jordan Humphrey. Marvin Mims, though, he's coming around. He's coming around. Mark C, how are you? Devontae Adams, James Conner, or Jordan Addison at Flex and PPR. Thanks. I'm not gonna go with James Conner. This could come back to bite us badly. I We know that he's not 100%. He's got injury history. We know that he's active. I don't know how much this dude, what kind of impact he's really going to make in this game. Oh, I'm going to go with Devontae Adams. We're going to go with Aaron Rodgers' BFF. It looks like he's turned back the clock. You know, there's no reason why you shouldn't start Devontae Adams here, especially in the flex. This is a flex question, yeah. Devontae Adams is going to eat. He's getting Devontae Adams is 30, 31, 32. He's still getting like double digit targets a game. He's going to go down as one of the best wide receivers in the history of the game. He's one of the best route running tactician wide receivers to ever play this game, alongside of the greats like Marvin Harrison Sr., whose son is about to kick off. Shit. CDL for me, my two starting wide receivers. Wow, and T. Higgins is having himself a game. Yeah, Mims went off. There's no again, Shadow Goat. There's no way we would have been able to. We would. No one would have like recommended that. I'm about 99% positive. Nobody would have recommended that in a group of 3 or 4, like we're seeing from Mark Goat over here. Do I also take the Colts defense? This is the $1 million question. It's either the Dolphins versus the Raiders, or it's the Colts versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a huge DST this week. I would go. I don't have a problem doing the Colts in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I don't have the problem with the Dolphins in Cleveland. I don't. Who do you feel more comfortable with? They're going up against 2 shitty offenses. Shitty. I posed the question earlier. Well, the only caveat to playing the Dolphins is what if Jameis Winston comes into the game? But then you could easily rationalize that. Well, yeah, no problem. Jameis Winston comes back into the game and returns Jameis Winston form and throws those those turnovers. Oh, that's the wraps. They got lucky, man. Man, did those Bengals get lucky. Yeah, again, I don't have a problem with either or, to be honest with you. The Colts seem to be I think the safer defense against the Giants. Last time James Conner played against the Rams this year, he had 20 on them, so that's why I might have thought maybe James Conner. Yeah, there was a different time of the season. That's the only thing I can say to that. Earlier in the year, right? In Arizona. I mean, they're both indoor stadiums, but we have to not just look at the fact of the last time these two teams played. It's also the last time these two teams played in the actual part of the season, like the calendar, where now it's a hell of a lot more meaningful to the Rams versus the Cardinals. This game is almost a throwaway, almost. That's the only those should be taken into consideration. But yeah, the last time Conner played, James Conner has a great season. He's had a great season. Surprised he's lasted this long, to be honest. Oh, I'm gonna go with Jaden leading the points here. The implied total, Green Bay, Minnesota. It's another good one. But that's how I would rationalize that. Plus Christian Watson. He's questionable. Probably not gonna play. If I had to take a stab at it. Unless he's already been ruled out and I didn't catch that. These are all three are good options though. Jacoby Myers kind of like laid a clunker last week. That was kind of like an outlier, but we know that he's still playing second fiddle in that offense. Not to say that Jaden Reed's playing first fiddle in Green Bay either, because he's really not. But I'm gonna want to go with Jaden Reed, especially if Christian Watson's out. I'm gonna want to go with the wide receiver with the better quarterback. That would be Jordan Love and Jaden Reed. All three though should wind up getting you around the same wide receiver 2 type of production, one way or another. So, Max Goat. What a game, right? Bengals pulled that out. Got lucky. So, like I said, sometimes a little luck is all we need. It's all we need. Mad Max is an Adam Thielen guy. And there's nothing wrong with Adam Thielen. But let's not forget, it's still Bryce Young. It's still a Bucs team that may just try to firm up their secondary. May. We know that their front is good. The Bucs need to win that game. They're expected to win that game. And that means Carolina will be passing. So the game script would favor Carolina, especially now that Chuba Hubbard's out. They don't have a running game. But that could get away from Carolina as well. Still, Adam Thielen should see 6, 8 catches, maybe get close to 100 yards, and you're hoping for that touchdown. They got lucky. They sure as hell did. They got lucky. Elias Goat. Good evening. Welcome to the Week 17 Start Sit Show Championship Saturday. Cooper Kupp is taking the stage, baby. Marvin Harrison's taking the stage, baby. Or Jerome. Yeah, I get it. If it's Cup or Marvin Harrison Jr., look, I am high. I hate to say it, I'm feeling Marvin Harrison Jr., and I'm going to tell you why real fast. He's still getting good target share. He's still getting good first read share. He's still getting air yard share. This is all coming from our goat over at the Fantasy Pros, Debro. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. to come through for us. How about that? To come through for us. But this is your flex position. Also, you're not going to go wrong with either one of these three. I'm going to rank them as Marvin Harrison Jr., Cooper Cup, because just like Marvin Harrison Jr. is getting all that good advanced stat data, like the first read share, the target share, the air yard share. Well, that's what's hurt Cooper Cup lately. Puka Nakua, the fact that Puka Nakua is getting an insane amount of target share and first read share, that there isn't that much left to go around in the passing game. That's what's hurt Cooper Cup. So I'm going to rank it like that. Elias, I'm going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., big time talent, big time upside, and quote unquote, he's kind of due. Then Cooper Cup, and then we're going to go with Jerome Ford in the flex. I wish you the best of luck. I think it's now Spears, Mad Max. I think it's Spears now. Tajay Spears is more talented than Jerome Ford. It's still you got big time volume between the two running backs, but Tajay Spears has got more talent. TG. I'm with you. I know that you've got. I know that you've got rushing upside with Kyler, but he's not. That dude took 5 sacks, I think, last week. Way too many sacks where he's not running. There's no way that he should be taking that amount of sacks. Let me stick with your safer option here with Matt Stafford. The pedigree of Matt Stafford with Puka, with Cooper Cup. And for shits and giggles, if those two are covered, he's going to find Demarcus Robinson. I would play Matt Stafford. I think we got it right. TG, you got it in. Pretty sure you got it in, my friend. I wish you the best of luck, Goat. Jacobs, A-Chain, Connor. It's not going to be James Conner here. Jacobs, A-Chain, or Jonathan Taylor, pick 3. Ha! Nice! Two G's on the line. We're going to go with Josh Jacobs, we're going to go with Devon A-Chain, and we're going to go with Jonathan Taylor. That's it. That's it right there, King. You need Connor to have a horrible game. I don't see him playing much. I don't. And if he does, we're all going to eat crow. We are. There's really no reason for this man to be risking greater injury playing in this game right now. There isn't. TG Goat. Oh, yeah. We even got it. All of you guys, really. All you guys. You're part of the movement. We started damn near 17 weeks ago. And we're only getting stronger. We're only getting larger. And if nothing else, man, we're here to provide some entertainment, a release, if you will. We're here to just make you feel good, give you some good advice, win some fantasy games, win some NFL bets. That's, we do that also, the DFS. We'll do some props. Yeah, I mean, like week 2 versus the Rams. He had a good game. That was week 2. So that's what I'm trying to. See, that's what I'm trying to like convey. Like week 2 in the NFL season is like it's not. It doesn't have the same type of gravity or magnitude as week 17 in the NFL season. One team has been eliminated. Another team wants to clinch their division and continue to play meaningful football. Their meaningful football. So yeah, well, yeah, Kyler had a great game last time. Um, James Conner had a great game last time. This is a completely different set of circumstances here. That might be killing me. I also have Jaden Reed. Appreciate you, Mad Max Corleone. I look. I think from what Debo showed us last week, he's not dead. He's not dead. Garrett Wilson is not dead either, despite his complaints. I would say so. Garrett Wilson's not dead either. I would roll. I would roll with Garrett Wilson or Debo over Jaden Reed, over Calvin, over Ridley for sure. Started Sutton today already. Yeah, Corlin Sutton was the play. So Shadows, you're still with us. Yeah, I mean nobody in their right mind, their right fantasy mind, would have called for Marvin Mims today. Nobody. If anything, the wide receiver to call was Cortland Sutton. That was the easy one. After that, it's a complete crapshoot. Total crapshoot. Shit. Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims was good if you played in a league that awarded you for return yardage. Then Marvin Mims was kind of supposed to be the hot ticket. I'm not even sure how he did in that department. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Trying to figure out this thing right here. Yeah, this thing. There's got to be a better way to do this, Max Goat. There's got to be a better way without actually breaking any rules. Because I'm not even sure if this part right here is like kosher or not. There's got to be a better way than this. And don't you worry, we're going to look into it for you. We're going to look into it for you. Yeah, this game is already kicked off. I am crossing my fingers, praying to the fantasy gods for Marvin Harrison Jr. Yep, got it. That's right, TG Goat. I think we're going to see a good game from Marvin Harrison Jr. Ergo, it'll be a good game from Kyler. No one's saying that Kyler Murray is not going to is going to just like lay down. I just think if it's Stafford or Kyler, well, we might as well let's roll with the dude with a Super Bowl. Let's roll with the dude that just elevates his game at the right time. Kyler Murray just disappeared against the Panthers. The Cardinals should not have lost that game. Yeah, Stafford's the move. Stafford would be the move for me. Now, not that this matters because you have Stafford in, but to play a little bit of devil's advocate, I the the one thing that I would look out for Kyler Murray is like if they do abandon James Conner, or if James Conner doesn't look like he's doing well, and Michael Carter or whoever the other running back is in this game is getting stuffed, then you're going to see more rushing attempts from Kyler Murray himself. And that's where he makes up points, and we know this already. So that would again that's always one of the major reasons why you would want to start Kyler Murray for his rushing upside. But I don't think he hasn't scored a rushing touchdown in God knows how long. It's been a disappointing year for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Wonder where the sniper is tonight. Where's the sniper? Let's see if we can get the sniper in. Sniper's always good for entertainment. On the stream. Okay. Back to business. You know, it's that TG. Let's chalk it up to what you already alluded to. He's got the weapons. They've got the running game in Kyron. They can move the ball. They're home. Head coach. I mean, everything is pointing to Matt Stafford for this game. Is he going to blow up? Is he going to throw for 4 touchdowns? I don't think that'll be necessary. If he gets you to 250, 300, and 2 touchdowns, let's call it a victory. Let's call it a victory. That would be the floor. And the defense, the Rams' defense is going to look to smother them. Absolutely smother them. Yeah, this is buffering and buffering and buffering. I don't know what any of that means for our purposes. Punt. Rams at home was a plus also. Yeah. Rams at home. Versus week 2 in Arizona. You could also look at it as, look, the Rams had a tough road game a week or so ago on the East Coast. They beat the Jets on the road outdoors. They're kind of sort of battle tested right now. They're battle tested in the driver's seat, ready to play next month. Let's see it, TG Goat. We're still buffering over here. Probably delayed over there. Yep. Never mind. It's all good. It's all good, Goat. It's all good. All good, Goat. Third and 3 on a challenge. Possible challenge. All right. Yep. Michael Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Wilson. It's like they're almost like hell bent to throw to anybody else but Marvin Harrison Jr. All that talent. That's not true. Again, like I said earlier, he's commanding really he's commanding a good first read share, good target share for all the advanced stats that are telling us. There's no reason that Marvin Harrison Jr. should not be able to take off in this game, be the lone recipient of a Kyler Murray touchdown. But wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. I still like him though. Still like him in this spot. Get rid of the ball. See, there's the other problem. Not that I want Kyler to do well for you, TG Go, but there's another perfect case in point example. He's not getting rid of the ball either. But are you trying to tell me that was a designed bootleg? Or did he need to get out of there? It may have been a designed bootleg. Extracurricular activity. Love it. Gotta love it. We'll take you guys up to, I don't know, 8:25, 8:30, and then we'll take off. We'll let everybody watch the games. Hey, the Tron Goat. Look at the goat. Straight. 8 straight. You were going up against Burrow. Well, Jamar Chase didn't go off. Burrow, he had 5 quarters to do it. Damn, Tron Goat. Wait a minute. Well, I mean, it can't be officially over till tomorrow evening or even Monday night. You got to see how the rest of the boys do, how the rest of your Warriors do, Tron Goat. I mean, you went. He's like, I went up against Burrow and Chase. Oh, Jamar Chase, you actually got what you needed playing against Jamar Chase. He's the one that didn't go off. If you would have said Higgins right now, then I'd be like, oh shit. Joe Burrow, you had to have expected that. He was going to throw for that. Trongo, I think Trongo, this could also be kind of like the reverse psychology. I think that's a reverse psychology sort of thing. When you wind up coming from behind, winning tomorrow night or Monday night, depending on the players, and you're cashing. You're cashing first place, not second place. See, now, I don't even want to call that an official L. I don't. But that with Higgins and Burrow, that's a little bit different because that's more points to overcome. But I mean, you're telling me Chase, that's a different story. You Chase was kind of sort of held at bay. T. Higgins, who was probably projected for only, I want to say maybe 12, maybe 14 total points, fantasy points, exceeded that. So it's a tougher hill to climb. That's a tougher hill to climb. But Mark, I wouldn't want to just like say that it's a done deal. It's a lost cause. I don't want to say that because you got the entire slate tomorrow, and again, whoever's left in the prime time. The Burrow and Chase stat combined. That's a lot of points. Look, I've seen crazier things. Goats. I mean, yeah, you're giving me a 121 to 25 with 7 people left, and they have 4. Well, you're gonna need look. As long as if those 7 dudes all smash. And look, if you're here in week 17, these are like the best of the best. These aren't like the Westbrook Akines of the world. They're not. These are like these are the best players for fantasy this season. Chase Brown didn't score. JSN was he kind of like was a dud this week. Yeah. Scary Terry, Jaden Daniels, Saquon. You're gonna go with Chig, huh? I mean, look, at this point, Tron Goat, you could give me another 4 tight ends right now. I don't think it would make that much of a difference in terms of that position. If you're telling me, yeah, no, I mean, you might as well you can roll with the Concord. Bowen and Chase Stacks got 86 points. Crazier things have happened, Marco. Crazier things have happened. Come on with this thing. Let's do a little reboot, a little refresh on this thing. A little refresh. We can see SoFi right here. I'm sure that you guys are watching the game too, so you don't need to see this stupid stuff. It's just so I don't see my stupid face on a full screen. I'd rather see a full goat than my face. Yeah, look, Mad Max, you I'm sure you heard us, me and SoCal, last night. I just posed it. I'm like, look, this is supposed to be like the Goliath versus the Goliath of offense, defense, wide receiver, Patrick Surtain. All right, I don't think the Broncos were going to get cute like they did versus Cleveland. Now, not all of that fully came to fruition either, because it wasn't like it. I don't think Surtain really fully shadowed him 100% of the way. He did. They didn't play like that. I did see him cover Chase a ton. Nevertheless, the Broncos coverage, they went out to stop Chase. That left the door wide open for T. Higgins. Yeah, Mark, Goat, we are rooting for you. We are. Well, I mean, look, again, I'm on Ra, who could just blow up. Why can't he just blow up? Why does it have to be just like one touchdown for 120 yards and 8 catches? Why can't he just like have one of those Jamar Chase explosions? Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, like I said, yeah, these are the best players for fantasy this week. The dudes that had Kenny Walker are not playing in this week. The Zach Charbonnets. The dudes with, you'd be hard pressed to find a lot of. Let's get a good one. You're not going to have many managers that had Alvin Kamara drafted. You're not going to have many managers that had Breece Hall. Some, sure, of course. Some Tyreek Hill, sure. But you're getting the best of the best. Definitely possible, definitely doable. You didn't make a mistake. The process was correct. Anytime that Zach Charbonnet plays without Kenny Walker, he does really well with full volume, full snap share, not sharing the backfield. The Bears, he laid a clunker at the wrong time. James Conner, I don't think is going to. Again, I don't think James Conner is doing much in this game. Maybe he'll fall into the end zone if they get down to the 1. But I think that's going to have to come before the 4th quarter. if it doesn't happen before then, I would think that the Rams are playing from the Cardinals are playing from behind at that point, and I think his snaps are limited at best. At best, I could be completely wrong too. No one said that I'm always right. That not even close. I could be completely wrong. That's the beauty and the nature of the game. We're trying to make the best decision possible with the best information, the best data, the best collaboration. Just ask Mad Max Corleone that, man. We collaborated all season long trying to figure out the best players to play. Boofy. Boofy Goat. I'm not going to play Tim Patrick. I would roll with Rico Dowdle. Tim Patrick is he's a nice story. Um he's he's not going to get enough targets for this game. Where at least you got Rico Dowdle is working in the ground game. Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameer Gibbs, Jamison Williams. If I've got to go past the fourth dude on the team to get to Tim Patrick, I don't give you bad advice, Boofy Goat. Come on, you know better than that. Did we miss one with you? We may have missed one. Tim Patrick, though? Tim Patrick in a championship game? Boofy, if you would have told me or asked me yesterday, should I start Marvin Mims over Rico Dowdle? I would have said Rico Dowdle. I would have. It looks like I may have been wrong because Marvin Mims just scored 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, is it possible that Tim Patrick scores once or twice tomorrow? I mean, Monday, it's possible, but there's no way in the world would I play Tim Patrick. I'd rather play the guy that I know is going to be holding the ball. Tim Patrick is, again, look how many plays we have to get through on like a pecking order before we get to Tim Patrick. Well, Rico Dowdle, I mean, like, you've got that team. There's really nobody else on that team besides Brandon Cooks right now and James Ferguson. It's logical, but you have to take into account that Jordan Addison is still the wide receiver 2 on a very good offense. Davante Adams is kind of like the wide receiver 1 with Aaron Rodgers that have this connection that has spanned many seasons. It's logical to play Jordan Addison because, again, he's a very good wide receiver 2 in that particular system. It's not out of the question. I don't think Jordan Addison reaches the amount of targets or receptions that Davante Adams will reach or potentially reach. That's how I could rationalize that. The options are good though. So one way or another, Colts, Eagles, or Cowboys DST. We're going to talk about balls. Goat balls playing the Cowboys DST, even with Kenny Pickett. What if Kenny Pickett surprises us? I wouldn't play the Cowboys. But if I say don't play the Cowboys, you would play the Cowboys and you would win. The Colts, they have everything to play for. Mad Max, the Giants are not winning that football game one way, shape, or form. They are hell-bent committed to not winning that football game. It's the opposite generally with New York. Not this time. Not this time. The Giants have to secure the number one pick and keep the number one pick so they can draft the freaking quarterback that they want. The Giants not winning that game. That's how I would go there. Colts or the Eagles. The Colts or the Eagles. But I wouldn't do the Cowboys. I'm not into the Cowboys. Keep your stuff up, by the way. Appreciate you, Mark. Marco, man. Yeah, we've been look, we've actually been at it longer than 17 weeks. I started on Spaces in 2023. Did that all the way through. Mad Max knows this. Did that on Spaces on the X machine, and it was like, you know what? I kind of feel like this would be a better platform to not only collaborate, share the information, share the knowledge, and provide entertainment as well. It's a different type of interaction. That's for sure. It's a different type of interaction. I'm not suggesting that one is better than the other. I'm saying that I like this one better, and I think so does Commissioner Rhino. Commissioner Rhino likes this one better. But it's just they both suit whatever purposes that you want them to suit. That's for sure. But yeah, I started Marco, man. Yeah, I've been at this for a while. Or it feels like a while. It feels like a while. I drafted my first dynasty team, folks, during the Super Bowl, during the 2022 Super Bowl, which was in 2023. I was drafting my first dynasty team on Sleeper during the Eagles Kansas City Super Bowl. Now, I found Sleeper because that's when I first got onto X. And I found a whole new universe of the fantasy football community. God, I fell in love. Before that, it was just me in my home league. My home leagues, my 2 home leagues, which are great. I've known every one of them for 30 years. But now I just found new people, a whole huge community, and wonderful people. Goats. Found a lot of goats. Mark, appreciate you, Goat. We're gonna be here all season, all off season. We'll work on the dynasty. We'll work on regular fantasy rankings. The NFL free agency. Who doesn't love that shit? The free agency tracker. Yeah, a lot of stuff for you. A lot of stuff. I know I'm missing something, but the rookie draft process, of course, which is kind of like that corresponds to dynasty, right, Mad Max? I mean, like, the rookies, the incoming offensive skill position players that you're going to draft in a dynasty startup. Yeah, I mean, that kind of works hand in hand. So yeah, we're gonna deliver that to you as well. Phew. Mad Max. 0-0 with 3 minutes left in the first. Come on, Stafford. Let's go. Yeah, we want everybody to feel like they are the greatest of all time. I mean, that's important. That's important to me. It's important to Commissioner Rhino. Like, we want you to feel great playing this sport and not playing this fantasy game. We want you to feel great at all times. Obviously, there are things that are beyond all of our control. And fantasy, it's supposed to make you kind of like escape that, like make you feel like, yeah, What a great feeling winning. And even when you lose too, like at this point, I've been playing this game so damn long. Like even when I lose a close one, I don't even get mad anymore. I used to get mad. I don't get mad. I want you to feel great at all times, especially playing this game. This is lousy. This is lousy. This part is lousy. We have to figure out something here. We're gonna have to figure something out because I'm not even happy about this. We'll figure something out. No, that didn't do it. What's up, Brad? Welcome in. Hope that your championship Saturday has been going fantastic for you. Brandon Cooks. Oh, Brandon Cooks, wait a minute. Got to shoot the arrows off every time we get a Brandon Cooks. So, in other words, Jake Ferguson would be in your flex, if I'm reading that correctly. Who's the other tight end? I'm not sure if I would play Brandon Cooks despite the fact that they have no other wide receiver. But I do expect Jake Ferguson to get most of the target share in this game. Most of it. They still got Jalen Tolbert also. I'm not in love with playing Jake Ferguson in the flex in this situation. I suppose it's acceptable. I don't like doing it. Yeah, Mark Andrews. In this situation, I would do it. I think Jake Ferguson is going to command most of the target share for a Cowboys team that should be playing from behind. I'm more comfortable with Jake Ferguson than I would be with Brandon Cooks. Mark Andrews had a game for you, didn't he? Good for you, Brad. Congratulations. Welcome to the Fantasy Goats. Play in. What is this? What is this silly site telling me here? What do you mean play in progress? Oh yeah, -7 penalty. It sure did, Brad. Mark Andrews, he made the Ravens. They made them look silly the other night. Silly. Between the Texans, the Steelers, the Seahawks and the Bears. It's a combined 21 points between those four teams. Between Wednesday's Christmas and Thursday Night Football. 21 points between those four teams. That's tough. That's tough. Especially for those that are trying to dig and search for fantasy points. Trying to you're like, hello? Yeah, so we have Nico Collins. I mean, like, you're still going to get some yardage and you're still going to get the receptions. But Joe Mixon gave you nothing. Even all right, Najee Harris, 80 yards. He had 80 yards. Now, that's not bad for a running back, but he gave you nothing PPR-wise. Therefore, he'd rather be in a freaking flex. If that worse than a flex option, scoring 8-9 points. You're not winning any fantasy matchups like that. You're not. And there were several other cases like that, like JSN that was mentioned earlier. JSN, not a good performance. That's lousy. That's lousy when these teams can't score points. You remember when everybody was tripping over themselves, falling over themselves for Isaiah Likely, like week 2, maybe even after week 1. Remember that? Like everybody was blowing fab for like Isaiah Likely. Everybody was so worried about Mark Andrews. I don't get it. That's because as a society, now as a society in general, we all are prisoners of the moment. We are. Isaiah Likely has 2 touchdowns, and we all like, oh, this is a new tight end in Baltimore, as opposed to just waiting back a little bit, kind of like delayed gratification a little bit. Let this play out. Let this run its course. And to boot, this was a tight end, so you were able to afford the luxury of waiting for Mark Andrews. Ace 24, Goat Myers or Mooney. The context is you have Jack Bowers. That's a 24 reference, but it's really Brock here. My opponent has the last 2 players, Ertz and I guess that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. So you need either Jacoby or Darnell. You already have Brock. So the context would be okay, you have the tight end for the Raiders. Do you want to play the wide receiver and the tight end? Is that it? I mean, look, Aiden O'Connell, for what it's worth, kind of just supports those 2, right? And nobody else. Except for me, the occasional running back. I'm sorry, the occasional Amir or Alexander Madison, whichever flavor it is for the week. I would go with Jacoby. Go with Jacoby here. I'm okay with Jacoby Myers is a good play. Even if you told me that you didn't have Jack, I keep calling him Jack Bowers from 24. Brock Bowers. Even if you don't have Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers is a decent play. Last week was an outlier in my mind. Like it was just like it's one of those games. They were off. They weren't on the same page. Aiden O'Connell, we've seen Aiden O'Connell support both of those players. The only reason why I'm not saying Darnell Mooney is, again, Michael Penix is still kind of coming into rhythm. I mean, Atlanta seems to think it's okay to have him come into rhythm week 16, week 17. I'm not. I don't know if we have precedents for this. We really don't. Michael Penix Jr. is expected to propel the Falcons into the playoffs. He's got to go through the Commanders on Sunday Night Football doing it. It's a downgrade for Darnell Mooney, where Jacoby Myers is basically he's with his quarterback. Max Corleone, you like Mooney or you like Myers? I mean, I think yeah, I would go with Jacoby here. Let one of them is if they're gonna get a passing touchdown, feel comfortable knowing that it's most likely one of those 2. Most likely one of those 2. Simp. What's going on there, Simp? Welcome. Bryce Young with they are out. 2 is doubtful and trending in the wrong way. Don't grab Pickett. Don't grab Rudolph. You have AJ and Saquon, if that matters. It kind of sort of does, but it's also Kenny Pickett. You don't have much ceiling there at all. what if Kenny Pickett's lone touchdown happens to go to Grant Calcaterra, rely on his tight end, or it's the Saquon show, which is good for you, right? Did you say you have Saquon? Yeah. AJ Brown did have a good game with Kenny Pickett last week, but again, there's just no guarantee that we're going to get that same type of game. I could see AJ Brown bailing him out. I could see AJ Brown going up and getting a ball or making like one of those like shoestring type deals, bailing Kenny Pickett out. So you're not going to get a clean passing game out of Kenny Pickett. While if they happen to have to throw into the end zone, it could be the tight end, it could be Devontae Smith, it could be Johnny Wilson. But again, you're starting AJ Brown, but that you don't need to go get his quarterback either. Hope that AJ Brown could have a similar game to what he did last week, and don't bother with the quarterback. I don't have a problem with Bryce. I don't have a problem with Bryce playing from behind. No Chuba Hubbard, no running game. You got to expect it to go to Adam Thielen, Jalen Coker. Maybe they get their tight end involved. Bryce Young has been playing better. You might as well just stick with Bryce Young. You can make arrangements for Bryce Young because it's not going to be Tua. Yeah, Simp Goat, baby. You made it here. You made it to Week 17 championship weekend. I know it's not fantastic that you have to start Bryce Young or Kenny Pickett. I mean, that's not great. No one had that on their bingo card. But it is what it is, right? That's why. I mean, like hell, it is what it is. You weren't playing with Tua for most of the for a good portion of the season. Who was there? It had to have been another quarterback here. You didn't have AR for parts of the season. You've been getting by just streaming quarterbacks, I bet. Go ahead and plug Bryce. Plug him in, baby. That's what I'm going to do. Imagine Goat. I don't have a problem with Bryce Young here. I don't. Imagine Goat. I would go with Jacoby also, Max. I would too. One wide receiver, two in the flex. It's London, it's JMO, it's Tajay, it's Jalen Cocaine, and it's Josh Downs. We want Tajay. Tajay is going to go into one flex. Now it's between. I mean, for a lot of the reasons I just called for Bryce Young, Jalen Coker is a solid option, but we've got better ones here. You're going to go London, and you're going to go JMO. London, JMO, Tajay Spears. I know Joe Flacco starting and Josh Downs stands to gain from that, but how much? How much do the Colts really need to pass in this game tomorrow? Not much. They don't. The Giants will not be in control of this game where Joe Flacco and the Colts have to throw the ball often. There goes Marv, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There goes Marv. That's how I would play it. Also, Drake London, that the rookie quarterback is going to have to rely on one of these wide receivers. In my mind, it would be Drake London before it's Darnell Mooney. That's number one. Number two, the Detroit Lions playing against the 49ers in like the highest total on the board. Going to see a lot of points in that ball game. JMO's gotten, I believe, more involved, or he's seen an uptick in production since Monty has been out. So I don't have a problem doing JMO there either. I like. Let's go with Tajay here. Let's roll the dice, Simcoe. Let's roll the dice. Let's go with the running back. We're gonna go with the dude playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're gonna go with the dude who's also good receiving the ball. He's a good pass catching running back, just like Tony Pollard is a good pass catching running back. All the talk was that they brought in Tony Pollard and he was going to work in tandem with Tajay Spears. All the talk was that they are basically the same running back. I think you could get a handful of catches with Tajay, and you're going to get the groundwork with Tajay. I know that's a little bit difficult to have to go sit Drake London for Tajay Spears. You must have really good wide receivers otherwise. Yeah, you have A.J. Brown as one of them. Yeah. I'm going to go with Tajay. We're going to go with a potential league winner here. If you have Tajay, and now that Tony's been ruled out, there's no reason whatsoever to leave him on the bench when you know that he's going to get the full work, the full load. They do have another guy there, but every team's got 3, 4, 5 running backs, 3 dress for a reason. I'm sure he'll get spelled here and there. Tajay is the play. Tajay is a potential league winner here. Oh yeah, look at that. Kyler Murray going for his his chin strap, pulling it off. Annoyed and disappointed, as if something went wrong. Yeah, something went wrong. His performance. That's what went wrong. Always Celsius. Some say Coca-Cola. I say Celsius. You got more sugar with Coca-Cola. Simcode. Make sure that you join us either tomorrow night 7:30 week 17 reaction show or come back when you can next week. Probably Tuesday. Definitely again later on in the week, maybe either Thursday or Friday for a DFS. But let us know what you decided. I mean, all eyes are on Tajay, but most likely, just to be fully transparent with you, I may forget. Oh yeah, shit, Simp. I may forget whether Simp started Tajay Spears or not. That's why I ask all the goats to just come in and remind us. Come on, Collins Goat. How are you? It's A-Chain, baby. Ride the train. It's A-Chain. So let me ask you something, Goat. Why would you consider Rico Dowdle over Devon A-Chain? Just want to hear from you. Devon A-Chain has been damn near lights out consistent since week 1. It may have been a game here that he didn't score a touchdown, or there that he didn't score a touchdown. He's got to be the leading running back in terms of receptions, which is what we love out of the running back position, receptions, whether half point, full point, whatever, don't matter. He's got to be up there leading in receptions. Tua. Okay. Well, I was just curious. I get it. I'd still work with A Chain. I'd still work with A Chain, even though. Do we know who would be the quarterback? Would it be Huntley, or would it be the other guy, Skyler? Did he still make the roster? Is he still there, or is it Huntley? Nevertheless, not gonna. I wouldn't sit. We can make the case why not to play Rico Dowdle. The Cowboys aren't expected to move the ball the same way. Rico Dowdle has tapered off of late, and that was even with a healthy or a somewhat healthy CD Lamb playing with Cooper Rush. Ezekiel Elliott's still in the picture. Now, yeah, you could say that there are other running backs in the picture for Miami as well. But at this time of year, last year, Devon Achane was still playing strong. He was still playing. He was playing well, and I don't know. I'm not gonna sit him. Terrible without him. How many? There were several games that Tua missed this year. Several. Hold on a second. Simcoe, Bryce Young, Saquon, JT, AJ, Curious George, Brian Thomas Jr., Tajay. I guess that's Hunter Henry, your kicker, and your Colts D. That's what I wanted to check. Kimon, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kemen, Goat. That's what I definitely want to check that. Did nothing? I don't know about nothing. I'm an A-Chain owner. One team. I have a lot of teams. Yeah, Pickens in that Steelers game. Hunter Henry today, yeah, no good. No good whatsoever. Let me see this for a second. He is coming in RB10. Game locks. Yeah, he's got some. All right. Not that I didn't believe you, but this is what I do if I'm not on camera. Is I look at this shit, and that's why I asked you. Why would it be Rico over Devon Achane? Well, I mean, you do have somewhat of a case, without question. I would play Achane, hope that it's corrected, hope that he could elevate or support whatever starting quarterback is in there. We're banking on talent. Even though there are some of these games here which correspond to Tua's not playing, so I see it right now. Finished number 55, finished 53. We're still gonna bank on the talent here, the volume. It is, of course, it's a gamble. That 2000, yeah, of course. But that's why you got into it, right? If you didn't want that gamble, I mean, I get it. I get it. Do you feel comfortable with Rico Dowdle? I wouldn't be. I wouldn't feel that comfortable with Rico Dowdle playing the Eagles. I think I'd rather roll the with this dude that has the talent. I get it though, man. I get it, goat. I wish you nothing but the best. I would roll with Devon A. Chain and knowing what I know now, or being reminded of it. The snap percentage against New England was garbage. Then they had the bye. Then it was a 58% snap percentage against the Colts. Then it starts to go back up by week 10. That game against New England was bad. Week 5. That was a bad game. Yeah, but since week 7, he's got no fewer than 3 catches, and that came a few weeks ago. Week 7, 2 catches. Then a 6, 8, 5, 4, 3 against New England. 8, 6, 7, 6. I mean, guy's pass catching machine for a running back. You're getting points right there. You're getting a lot of points that way. Amir Abdullah has been good. A waiver wire darling. Absolutely. If Alexander Madison's coming back in this game or is going to play in this game, you kind of got like a 50-50 timeshare with basically the same running back. They're identical to one another. Just like Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard are identical to one another. There's no like thunder versus lightning. Amir Abdullah is a good running back out of the backfield, not necessarily in between the tackles. Neither is Alexander Madison. Not even close. Okay, yeah, man. Come on, goat. Are those your options? I mean, Devon A. Chain, Rico, Amir Abdullah. That's 3 running backs. Who else? Who else is in the running back room? Who else do we got? Maybe we could find the right 2 together or 3 playing right now. Yeah. If you would have been on, with us at 7:30, James Conner I wasn't recommending. That could come back to bite me because it's still only first half. It's still, what is it? How much time is left in this game? In this half, 8 minutes in the second. So I mean, there's plenty of time for him to make the doubters regret it. Nevertheless, I didn't like James Conner in this game. I think that's James Conner's on the sideline right now, also, if I'm not mistaken, getting looked at. See, he just does not make enough of those throws. That was a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch and a flag. Stood right in there in the pocket, waited it out, didn't start dancing around, running out of the pocket, and fired to Trey McBride. He's not doing enough of that. Yeah, Goat. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look good for James Conner right now. There's like nobody in the backfield. But again, if you're watching the game is the same way we are. The same way we are. DJ Dallas. Hell yeah, he did. T. Higgins may go down this week as a league winner. Absolutely, if you were the T. Higgins manager. The dude that was able to gain the most from from having the Broncos attempt to stop Jamar Chase. He benefited from it, and so did you. Absolutely. T. Higgins was a great play this week. Oh my God, he's tripping and falling all over himself. Yeah, Goat, man, I wish you would have been in here earlier. I didn't like James Conner. Just again, there's really no reason for this dude to be playing. They're out of it. He already came in injured. I don't care about the bonuses or whether those were in play here. The Rams have everything to play for. I sat Kyler Murray earlier over Stafford. I'm starting Marvin Harrison. That may come back to bite me. So James Conner may come back to bite. Maybe the wrong call. Right now, it doesn't look that way. Right now, I wish you nothing but the best, Goat. I do. And if I'm correct, if we're correct with this with Connor right now, we want the upside that Devon Achane provides us. We need that upside, especially if you're going to lose Connor here. Yeah, man. Look, you made it to week 17. Bravo for that. Kudos to that. It's a tough grind. It is. Most of the time, those that do actually wind up winning, you win because you won the war of attrition. Your players made it health wise. Most of the time, it's hard. It's hard. It's tough. It's tough. Nico Collins, and you were able to navigate Nico Collins's IR stint, and you still made it here. That's a good testament to the manager that you are, Goat. Brian Thomas Jr. Yep, Xavier Worthy. Fortunately, benched Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is one of these dudes like a Jalen McMillan, or you could say the other way around, Jalen McMillan like Xavier Worthy. But we see this often. The rookie wide receivers tend to come on late. They all don't just get shot out of a cannon and smash right away. A lot of them they come on after they get several games or 3/4 of a season under their belt, and they get all those reps and all those practices. Then it starts to click for them. This is your first year playing. Congratulations, man. Shit. Congratulations. Are you hooked? I hope you're hooked. You should be hooked. Welcome, man. Welcome. Congratulations. This is your first year playing. Shit. Do me a favor. Give us a like. Subscribe. Join us. We'll provide you with advice. We'll help you. And so will the community here. All along the way. I don't know if I would have invested 2,000 in my first league. Nevertheless, hell, more power to you. More power to you for that. Um, this is a definite learning experience. And how fun was it? How much fun was this shit? This is my 22nd season playing. 22nd. And I'm more hooked on it now than I ever was. For different reasons. For different reasons. Now I'm trying to give it back. I'm trying, now I want to give it back to you. And I want to give it back to all the rest of the goats. That's why we started the channel. Imagine goat. Imagine goat. I would go. I want to go Jerome, then JMO, Josh Downs, then Coker. I want to put Jerome Ford in the flex. Then I would do JMO. I think your safer play to actually, the safer volume is Jerome Ford. That's number one. Number two, the safer option to actually score would be Jerome Ford. But there's more like explosive potential coming out of the Lions game. So that's why I'm going to just flip. I'm going to switch those two. Then I'm going to go Downs. Then I'm going to go Coker. Or cocaine. Imagine goat, man. Imagine goat. Coming in at the flex. Looks like you played the waiver wire to perfection also. You had to have played the waiver wire to perfection. Unless you drafted Jerome Ford back in August and just kept him the entire time. I guess that's also the other possibility, but when Jerome Ford was kind of left for dead for not just Nick Chubb reasons, because the Browns were left for dead. But maybe you did draft him. If not, you played it to perfection. You picked him up. JMO was a draft pick. Josh Downs was a draft pick. Jalen Coker was waivers. Yeah, you did. You played this one to perfection. Right now, it looks that way. It looks that way. Again, there were things that were working against the Connor managers today. A, the fact that he was injured last week. B, that he didn't practice or he was limited this week in practice. Came in questionable. And then the fact that the Cardinals are eliminated. There's really no reason that he should have been playing. And okay, then back to A, the injury part. He has injury history. This dude has actually surprising that he made it this long. But yeah, right now, on paper wise, right now, present real time, the sit is definitely Connor. And then then it's a Dowdle, A Chain, maybe Abdullah over Dowdle, but no, I would do Dowdle, then Abdullah. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, man. Imagine actually you come back tomorrow night, if not tomorrow night, during the week. Stay connected, stay close. Let us know. Let us know how much you won. How much did you beat your opponent by? And they're gonna rule that a touchdown. Ball crosses the goal. Yeah, Kyron. I am. I'm in one championship this year. One championship happens to be a charity league. It's called the Warrior Bowl. I'm in one championship. In another league, I'm in the playoffs, and it's a tournament. It's a best ball tournament. It doesn't really count because really can't do anything with it. But that team made it into the playoffs, so now I'm playing for prizes, and those prizes they're tiered. So if you come in 1 through 4, 5 through 8, so on and so forth. Then a bunch of third place games. Yeah, third place games. I was in a semifinal last week, lost. So another semifinal, lost. It happens. See Josh Jacobs I have in this championship game, and Brock Bowers. Mike, again, I just said it before, my friend. I mean, like, look, whether it's your team, whether it's your opponent's team, you're talking about the players that have played the best all season. And you want to mix in 78-34 right now. That's not as bad as you think. Then if you want to mix in like some of these waiver darlings, like the Jalen Cokers, or there are plenty of others. Plenty. Want to mix those in for the flex? I get it. Dudes that come on hot, like the Amir Abdullahs, like Jalen Coker, like and Jalen Warren's not really a waiver guy. $78-$34, not as bad as you think. Trust me. Oh well, I'm gonna hold true to that. 78-34 isn't as big of a gap, as wide of a lead as you think going into the entire rest of the games, the entire slate. Now I'm not trying to knock it down for you. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm suggesting the same. I want to remain consistent for you. I thought you had the 34, and so it's not as big as the lead that you think. Same thing applies. That lead isn't as great as you think. How many players still left between both? That to me is one of the better ways to be able to kind of project whether you're going to win or lose. How many more players are playing against one another? If it's even and there's a 50-point lead, then you're probably in better shape that way. But if the team that has less points with more players, you're not out of the woods. Well, we'll take this, guys, to the half for you. I want to thank you very much for coming this evening. Definitely a new type of content. We've always done the start sits every week, Saturday for hours. Tons of them, tons of questions. We weren't sure what to expect, being that's championship Saturday. Yesterday we had a show that was, in my mind, successful, but we've never ran a show while a game is on. That's the difference. H-Ain, Chig, P2J. I'm not pulling Devon A-Chain out of there. Go, I'm not. Even with a lead, I'm not. Let him let him. You want the best talent out there. You want the most upside out there right now. I don't know. Well, hopefully he does. Hopefully. He looks to be available, just in case you're not watching what I am. He seems like he's okay. He asked to be active tonight. Many were surprised that he was active tonight. Yeah, we are. There's really no reason to risk a greater injury. That's the difference from somebody that's already with an injury history, various injury history. Kemen, good luck to you. I want to wish all the goats good luck. We will see you again tomorrow night, 7:30, Week 17, Championship reaction for your Sheperd. I want to wish you the best of luck and good night. Thank you.